Hello, I'm Donna Arnold and I'm the story hunter. Now, today my story is about a man who helped me feel like I belong. It was something that for quite a long time, for years, even into adulthood, that I really didn't know where I came from, where my roots were, because I actually have a maiden name that is 11 letters long. A lot of times wouldn't even fit on a signature page, etc. So 11 letters long and it ends in SKI. The surname is Polish, but the great grandfather on my grandfather's birth certificate actually has Prussia. So that's how old it is. So when I thought I'd start as a younger person, I decided I might do a little bit of research and found very quickly I came to a dead end because of the Iron Curtain. Any information was just not going anywhere. So it was just a case I felt like I just drifted until I actually did some activities within my family and found out otherwise. Now, before I go on with that, a little bit about myself. As I said, I'm the story hunter. I just love researching ancestry. It's just one of those things where I can sit down and hours, and I did it about 3 or 4 years ago, just sat there for days and days, only getting a break to make a cup of coffee, going to the loo, or just grabbing a snack so I can eat at the desk so I can continue researching. I just love it. I love watching the show, Who Do You Think You Are? Because it's about someone's ancestry, a story of their family tree, what happened, who they were, where they came from. It's just amazing. And these days, with technology as being the bonus, we have access to any files that were kept, like registers for christenings and weddings and death certificates, just lots of information. The UK has been doing a census for hundreds of years, so you can actually see the family listed. Being Australian, it's a case of on the ships when they came over, on the registers, all the passengers' name, albeit free people or convicts, but their names are there. So there's lots of way to get information. And the biggie, I think, is getting photos of the ancestors. So I'm so glad whoever created a camera all those years ago. You can see an actual photo of your rally. But what I found was really astounding is how often there are facial features that get passed through generation after generation. And that's what really fascinates me. So what I would like to do is continue making stories. I love the idea of stories. Now, also, I would love to help you. Quite often, people start their ancestors, finding out their family tree, and then it comes to a roadblock, and there are lots of roadblocks. So they just drop it, it's all too hard. Or they just don't know how to get started. So that's the sort of thing I want to do. I want to help you, keep you going. I mean, after all, it is your journey. So I just want to help you find your way through the twists and turns. It's sort of like a treasure hunt, really. Twists and turns and getting bits of information and working out whether that's suitable or whether it's false, like a treasure hunt, false leads. So that's the sort of thing that I want to do. Anyway, if you want to talk to me and you're interested, if you're on Facebook, just send me a message here, or just leave a comment. We'll be able to get in touch and work out how I can help you. Now, back to how I found out where I belong. So here I am. I've got a Prussian, Polish surname and the Iron Curtain. Well, thank you. The Iron Curtain has now been dropped, and with technology, it opens it up. So I found out a lot of information. So it all started when I was doing my family research for a very special lady, my oldest aunt in this particular family. She was turning 85, so we did a family reunion. So I did a little bit of research, and I found out that my grandfather was born, it said, Kedrenbrook, Zilmere. Now, at that particular time, I was living in my house that I'd bought about 5 years earlier, in a suburb right next door to Zilmere in Tagan, which used to actually be called Zilmere North. And I went, oh, wow, we're in the same area, right in the same area. I wonder if he walked over my land. I wonder if the family toiled, because they were farmers, toiled what is now my block of land, my house. I was just blown away. So straight away, I found some sort of instant feeling of belonging. It's not just a distant drift and way in a country that are on the other side of the world. So that was how excited I was to find out that we actually shared property in the same area. And of course now I found out that being in the German and which is part of Poland was all a bit of a mix back then. They all congregated and had met at Nunda, and I've also discovered that there's a cemetery out there. So one of my things that I will be doing when this isolation is over, because that's what we're at the moment, is I will be doing some investigating at the cemetery to see if I can find that 11-letter surname that ends with SKI. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my story. And if you're still with me, thank you so much for listening. I would look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks. Bye.